guys, welcome back to my channel. Sarah here. My first currently inked video for the year, which I'm very excited about. I have 6 pens inked up for February. I have been using them for the last couple of days. I inked up on the 1st of Feb, filming on the 4th. So I've been able to use all of them once or twice, which is really exciting. I am going with inking up 6 pens per month this year and kind of taking 2 of them to work and then journaling with 4. And I'm also, one second, I'll just grab it. I've been using, well, just really 2 months in. This was January, just making little swatches to see. So I'll show you February at the end of that. But otherwise, same old. There'll be 1 pen actually in here, this one that I haven't done a new pen day video for. It's the Mahjong Q2. I just wanted a secondary kind of work pen, so this is what I've chosen, but I will do a new pen day video on that soon. But let's jump in and we're going to start off with this one. This is the Kaweco Sport in Classic Green. It's got a fine nib on it and it's inked with Robert Oster Grun Schwartz. So I actually don't remember if I write in cap. No, I don't. Maybe I should. I'm kind of wishing I would have done that in all capitals. Sorry, am I filming just something because I had an alarm that I didn't know I had on that went off. So this is a really, really, really dark green, like a green black almost. Well, no, it is a green black, and I'm actually thinking, I don't think I've used a green black before, so this is my first time. It writes really nicely. It's not an overly wet ink, but it's really deep and beautiful. And I think just writes really nicely coming out of this pen. So that's the first one. And I'm just really annoyed at how messy my handwriting is, but I guess I need to get over that. It's gonna be helpful if I zoom in a bit more. I dropped some ink the other day. That's so annoying. All right, so that's number 1. After that one is the one that you haven't seen before, so the Mahjong Q2. These have just come out on Amazon. It's a cute little pocket pen. It's very small when not posting. It can post. I think this cost me around 20 Australian dollars. Look, it's a little bit scratchy, but this is a fine nib. I just wanted a pen that I could kind of have banging around my pocket at work if need be. I use it as an eyedropper. It came with an O-ring, like it's been completely secure. It's got a decent ink capacity, so I'm not having to constantly refill it at work. I think maybe I put the wrong ink in it, so I would like to try it with a kind of more saturated ink next time, but all in all, I quite like it. The only thing is sometimes it does get ink in the cap, but just a little bit. So this is inked with Vinter Ink, their collaboration with Blue Black, which is a store in South Korea, and it's called Morning Sickness. So you can see it sometimes is not coping with the ink. But I'm just not sure if it's because this ink is on the less saturated, kind of somewhat chroma shady side. The ink itself I think is beautiful. I've had this ink in the Mahjong before. I used it last month. I really, really enjoy it. Depending on the pen and paper, it can go down quite blue actually, and then dry to kind of a really interesting grey. And then in the I don't know if you can see there, it almost actually has like a green tinge to it in there. So I really like the ink. I just think maybe the pairing was a bit off, but as a cheapy little pen to have at work, this has been fantastic, and I kind of I take it with this one to work too. And this is the one that we're going to do next. So this is the Mahjong A1. Ooh. Wow, that's never happened before. So I've heard people talk about their Mahjong or Mooman A1s hard starting, and mine never has. Oh, I just messed that up. Except for today, so there you go. And this is the black extra fine. And this is a Lennon Toolbar ink, which I have been wanting to use for so long, and it's called Cloudy Day. So it's, I think it's like a green gray, but really, really dark. I think you can see how much greener the Grun Schwarz is, for example, there. So this does have a bit of something else coming into it, but it writes really, I really have enjoyed writing it. On other paper, it actually looks more greeny teal, but still with that kind of black gray undertone there. So quite paper dependent, but basically anything I put in this pen, I really enjoy writing with. So that's that. And I'm just gonna come down here and go to this one next. So this is a carryover from last month. This is my Pens by Casey Primary Manipulation 3 with the Yovo Extra Fine Nib, and this is inked with Birmingham Pen Company's Cherry Blossom. I had this inked in January and I just didn't get around to using it as much as I thought I would, and I didn't want to waste the ink because it's really beautiful. Wow, a couple of my pens are a bit hard starty today. They were sitting in a room that's a bit hotter than usual. I wonder if that's something. It's such a beautiful color, this one. And if you look at as it goes down the dry compared to where it's wet, where it's dry up there, it does go down slightly pinker and then dries into a purple. But this pen is actually feeling very dry today, which really isn't usually the case. I just want to see. I still have a decent amount of ink in there. Maybe because I'm filming on a Sunday morning, my pens aren't happy. Anyway, so after that one, we have what is, I mean, it's only like 4 days into February, but this is like by far my favorite thus far. This is the Travelers Company Brass Fountain Pen, which is, you know, a long time favorite of mine. I bought a bottle of the KWZ ink brown pink at the Melbourne Pen Show. Having never tried a sample, I just really like the swatch on there. And I am so happy I did, because I am in love with this, every single part of it. Look at that, it is just such a gorgeous color. It feels, there's a noisy magpie outside. It feels incredible coming out of the pen. It looks beautiful on the page. It looks great in my Stalogy as well. Just the shading, the wetness, the saturation, every single part of this I'm absolutely loving. I really do, and I think I didn't do a splotch before the Feb, but I'm going to do one here, and that's what I'm going to use, because it's just been an absolute pleasure to write with. Last but not least, I probably should have color-wise like switched those two around. It would have looked maybe a little bit more like a rainbow, alas. So last but not least, this is the Zizo Phantom, it's called, limited edition, and it's got limited edition black with a fine nib. And I was pleasantly surprised by this one. This was the ink pen pairing combination I was least confident about, but I really like it. And this is inked with it's Kobe ink Fuku Fuku. And it writes really beautifully. Actually, especially in Nostalgia, it just, I don't know, something about that pen in Nostalgia, it just glides. So I'm just gonna, and we'll come in close there. Let me bring some of these in for you. So that, guys, is my February currently inked. 6 pens, which is working well for me. These 2 I'd be taking to work mainly with me, but sometimes I do take others as well. And then I'll just show you in here, if I zoom out, that's what the 6 of them look like there. Which I really like keeping it as a record this way as well. I quite like that. So that's it. I'm super excited to use these 6 pens and to use them fully. I am also excited of trying to stick with this, you know, culling down to 6 pens a month versus that kind of 8 to 10, so that I'm not wasting ink and getting to know my pens even better. And 4 days in, this one is absolutely a fan favorite. Well, no, a Sarah favorite. I've just loved using it. So I think I'll do that one as my splotch. I'd love to know what you guys are inking up for February. Let me know in the comments below, or if you've used any of these inks before and you have just a pen now that you think they work brilliantly in. Let me know that as well. I always love to learn. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.